y'all saying we losing the freedom of speech. I'm just wondering, when have you ever seen it? When in your entire life have you ever seen the freedom of speech? I just wait. When? Because it was never contained in the Constitution. It was just wished upon there. Real free speech has never been an enforced right in this country's history. Ever. It's just been a possibility, a flare in the dark every time somebody dared to walk against silence. And I'll make it super clear. Black people have never had free speech. Black people ever, from plantations to prisons, every word a black person has ever spoken has cost blood. A song could get you whipped. A pamphlet could get you lynched. The truth could get you assassinated, and then you be dead and it still be true. That's what would happen. And white folks, you thought you had it, but you only ever kept it until it came down to women. That's when it happened, until it came down to workers, until it came down to anyone who threatened the empire you inherited. Then you learn quick. Your speech is only as free as the lines they drew. Right? I'm just saying, same victims of the stuff we got hit with, we just watched it hit you in slow motion. So don't tell me about losing it. The truth is that America never let it live. That's what happened. They trained you to worship a constitution that lets money dictate what God gave you freely. That's what's going on right now. They told you, look, you can say what you want while corporations decide what's visible, while algorithms decide what's profitable, while culture trains you to cancel yourself before you ever even open your mouth. So let's talk about if the government can't jail you, because people like, the government can't jail me. Oh, the government will be able to jail me. You already exist inside of a prison of your own mind. You only speak to each other when the surveillance network drops its pin, goes under the desk, and you think you're free because you can whisper. I'm just saying, you see how confusing this is? You're already gagged in hate speech. This is the truth about hate speech no one wants to say. You want to hear something controversial? Yeah, I'm about to say it right now. If speech was truly free, hate speech would never be a problem. Ever. Because hate only survives when greater society bypasses grief. When wounds go unspoken, hate offers a scapegoat. When history goes buried, hate hands you a target. When sorrow has no witness, hate performs as noise. I want you to think about this so deep. Grief metabolized becomes solidarity. Grief, when processed, becomes solidarity. Grief, when bypassed, becomes blame. So give grief its voice, and hate has nothing left to feed on. I just want you to make it make sense for yourself. It withers, not because it's banned, but because it can't scale, and the room already filled to the depth of a truth. So if you can't understand nothing else, I want you to understand that the only thing God has ever given you has never been a right. Has never been a right. It was breath. That's what God gave you. That's freedom. That's speech. Not a parchment, not a platform, not permission. Freedom of speech is not what you inherited from this country. No, it's the flame you keep alive. And every time you speak past fear, freedom of speech. Every time you refuse the script, freedom of speech. Every time you let your lungs remind you that your voice was never theirs to give, freedom of speech. That's what it looks like. I just want you to understand it's about living a possibility, never